Did you know that you can take a 180 million year old block of rock like this and turn it into some great looking cut stonework for your home? Well, today I'm at Continental Cut Stone in Florence, Texas, and we're going to show you the craftsman that turns slabs of limestone into custom works of art for your home. The first step in working with stone is to take these large blocks and cut them into smaller slabs. Now, Rob, that's a saw. What's happening here?
That is a saw, Steve. It's our rip saw. We take slabs from the narrow belt and cut them to their second dimension here.
Now, I noticed that saw is throwing a lot of water on the limestone.
It uses about 8 to 10 gallons per minute that we get out of a recirculation pump.
So you recycle all the water?
Yes, we do.
I suppose that blade gets pretty hot and this cools it?
It does. It helps extend the life of the blade and the diamonds.
What's a blade like that cost?
That's about a $7,000 blade.
Not one you want to mess up?
No, sir.
So from here, where do these slabs go to?
These slabs will then go to machine, either our planer or our lathe, or they'll end up down at the finished end where our cutters work on.
To do more intricate work?
That's correct. Steve, we're at one of my planer machines now. This machine was made in the 20s, originally to mill steel parts.
And being that it's that old, it still works pretty good for cutting stone?
Very well adapted to the stone industry.
So what do you have here?
What we have here is a profiling plastic from architectural specifications. We're going to produce a piece of limestone to this profile.
Now this here is some type of trim piece?
That's correct. It's a trim around doors and windows on a house that we're working on.
That must be one big house.
It is. Hopefully when we get done, this piece of stone will match that piece of plastic perfectly.
Now how does the machine work?
The machine itself runs back and forth. The stone is locked to the table, and we scrape a little bit each pass as we go.
How much can you take off in a pass?
If he makes a heavy pass, he can take off as much as a 16th at a time.
Really? And how many passes will it take to make a piece like that?
This piece will take somewhere between 20 and 30 passes to produce.
Well, you know, one of the things I'm amazed about is that, you know, limestone is probably not real consistent like any natural material.
That's correct.
And it's such an intricate pattern. What keeps the tool from gouging out hunks of it and ruining the whole piece?
We use a very sharp carbide tip tool that we produce here in the shop, and we take smaller and smaller passes as we get closer to the finished product.
Well, it sure makes a clean edge on it.
It does.
Rob, it's pretty neat that you can even make round pieces.
Yeah, this is a lathe similar to the metal people and the woodworkers that use lathe for round materials.
Well, I notice it's turning pretty slow.
It is. In limestone, it's to our advantage to turn slow because we get a much smoother finish when we're done.
So you're making a baluster, and this is one of them?
We are. This baluster is made with a series of 3 different profile tools. This tool takes the first part of the pattern. We have a center tool, and currently the third tool that makes the bottom of the baluster is mounted on the machine.
Now, how many of these can you make a day?
An operator in about an 8-hour shift can usually turn about 10 balusters.
Really? And how much does one of these cost?
This baluster, Steve, is about $85.
Well, Rob, it sure takes a lot of skill to finish one of these out.
It does. This is one of the cutters that we have here that do the final work on these finished pieces.
Now, what are we making here?
This is actually a chimney cap that goes on the top of a tall chimney on a house that we're working on.
That must be one big chimney.
It is. This is one of 4 sides for that chimney cap.
So this actually starts out as a 6-inch thick block?
That's correct. From that, we take it to one of the planing machines that we saw earlier. All the straight profiles are done on the machine. The rest of the work is done here by hand.
Now, how long does it take to actually cut this and finish it out?
The machine time involved was somewhere between 8 and 10 hours. This gentleman here will spend close to 30 hours doing the finished work.
Now, cutting all these intricate details like this.
That's correct.
All done by hand.
That's right.
So then what happens after he's done?
From here, we take it, we put it on a pallet, we strap it down, and we get it to the job site as soon as possible.
The use of cut limestone has increased tremendously in recent years, and for good reason, because it looks great. This home, for example, is entirely clad in limestone. Limestone can be used for a variety of decorative elements as well, such as balusters, columns, and trim around windows. Limestone is low maintenance, decorative, and adds a great look to your new house.